Good evening out there, all you AFL footy fans, wherever you are, far and abroad. After a 2-week absence, we're returning to the fold just to recharge the batteries. This is a pretty special week in the calendar of AFL football with the Blockbuster on tomorrow, Anzac Day, with Collingwood and Essendon. I know most of the other clubs argue they should be given the opportunity, but it was the brainchild of Kevin Sheedy way back in 1995 that Collingwood and Essendon had the following to make this a real success, and it's just gone stronger and stronger every year. This year, a huge test with a 4-day turnaround. We'll test the old fellas, the elder statesmen, Fletcher for Essendon, and of course Jolly from Collingwood. Changes, Hurley out. For Essendon, it's a big loss. Collingwood bring back Nathan Brown, and Kirk Ugle plays his first game, young West Australian product. Should be a great game. A lot of respect for each other. The player management over the last 4 days will of course determine where it's going to be at. It'll be a slog. The GPS is well renowned at managing the miles and kilometres these guys are clocking up. This week, not going to be the same. It's going to get back to an old-fashioned slog. And I believe the spirit that these guys playing and the turnaround, the availability of players is even on both sides. It's just going to come down to who shows the Anzac spirit. My tip, of course, you guessed it, the Pies. Alright, the other tips for the round, we're looking at Friday night, Freo. Big question over the Giraffe, Sandilands. Is he going to play or isn't he going to play? I think for Fremantle, a very improved side, and over there may just hold off a very determined Carlton on the rebound. The Hawks and the Swans, another big clash on Sunday at Aurora Stadium in Tassie. The Hawks just because of the advantage of playing at Aurora Stadium, but the Swans are going under the radar, so look out for them. The Dogs and GWS, chance for the Dogs to get some percentage points, although the GWS are improving. He's finally getting a touch of the ball, thanks to Derm the Germ, giving him a few tips during the week. Or actually, so during the last 3 weeks. So, well done, Izzy. Stick with it. Port and Crows, showdown 32. I believe Port, been unlucky. Close losses to Essendon, close loss to Sydney Swans and Collingwood. They're due to break through. The Crows, they got the staggers against Hawthorn and look very, very ordinary. I believe Port will take showdown 32. Eagles and Richmond in Melbourne. Richmond, much improved performance last week, but I think the Eagles will be too strong. They're the team everybody's looking at. Fill a 1-2 spot, then they're a huge chance to play in the grand final. Having 2 home games in the West is a magnificent advantage. The Cats and the Lions. The Cats without Stevie J. Simon Black playing his 300th. What a week in footy. I believe the Lions are a big chance for an upset, but Geelong's class may just get them over the line here at the Gabba. But don't be surprised if it's an upset win to the Lions. The final 2 games, the Suns and North. The Suns, as we know, without Ablett and a number of other players, including Harbrow, will be up against it. North on the rebound. And the final game, the Saints in Melbourne. Well, Melbourne are really, really struggling. The Saints will get over the line there. Topics for the week. Couple of important things I think that really stands out was the unfortunate injuries to Gary Rowan from Sydney, who fractured 2 bones in his leg. And then we have the young chap Gray from Port Adelaide. The last 31 seconds against Collingwood, he's ruptured his ACL. But the report of Lindsay Thomas has sparked a lot of controversy. If you look at the replay, Lindsay Thomas had his eye over the ball. In fact, he was first at the ball. Wet ground, come on. You know, the system stinks, really. And then you look at Robinson on 360 saying he has to go out. I mean, for goodness sake, it's unfortunate that Rowan broke his leg. No one wants to see that. But Lindsay Thomas was essentially a ball player, and it's been vindicated tonight. He's been cleared by the tribunal. Common sense at last prevails. Well done. All right, other topics for the week. Of course, we've mentioned Simon Black with his 300th game, but Geishan, the Geish, has come out and and defended the umpires, the decision making as a result of Clarkson's comments about the Eagles last week and the high contact free kicks differential, which seems to go in favour of the Selwoods. The Selwood from Geelong has had something like 77 free kicks. The nearest to him is way down in the 40s for head-high tackles. The ability of lifting the arm, forcing the tackling player to raise the arm around the neck, that's fine. He's essentially a ball player, as Geeshan has mentioned. But the players under scrutiny are the ones that go to their knees and looking for an easy cop-out, an easy free kick. They're the ones that the umpires are looking out for this round. So essentially, if you're a ball player and you're fair dinkum, well, you'll be rewarded. Swanee, it's come out in the Herald Sun today. Swanee from Collingwood. Everybody reckons he's overweight. He's lacking urgency. Come on, he's had 2 years at his peak where he's actually played at a very, very high level every game. Give him a break. The man, because he's played so well, he's a current Brownlow medalist, he's like last year's premiers. Everybody's out to get him. Give him a break. Don't worry. We know where his heart is, and there's no rift between him and Buckley. What a load of rubbish. Let's get on with supporting the blokes and knowing the commitment that they make. Get behind them. It doesn't matter which club it is. We look at Fletcher from Essendon. He's a player that just keeps on keeping on. You got a lot of good players out there to give their best every week. No one wants to cop second best. We're all out there for the right. They're all out there for the right reasons. All right, all you footy fans, I hope you have a big day tomorrow. Lest we forget the Anzac Day clash, Collingwood and Essendon. Let's have it played in the right spirit. 100,000 people at the G. What a game! Two features for all those Collingwood supporters out there. The mightiest Magpies are still around every premiership from 1896 to 2010. How much more update do you want than that? List of best players, goal kickers for every game throughout all 14 seasons. 14 seasons of premierships for the mighty Magpies, and of course the number one cheerleader in the land, head of all the cheer squads, and he's the guru from Collingwood, Joffa. Oh, a must watch, must see for everybody. So folks, don't miss out. If you want to find out some more details on how to purchase these, just contact me on YouTube. Alright, it's Peter Lynch signing out. Go Pies!